Man, what's up, YouTube? It's your boy Tyrone Hunter, the head hunter, back in the building. One more again. You see the title, you know my motto. I'm not gonna hold you. If you're just checking in for the first time, hit the like button on the way in the door, hit the subscribe button on the way out the door. If you've been rocking with your boy, man, I appreciate you. We took a little time off, but you know, we right back to it. So for today, we're gonna be talking about the recent arrest of NBA YoungBoy, what that's looking like. Give you some information about that. So, if that's what you're trying to hear about, man, stick around for the stick around. And stay to the end of the video, because you know it gets spicy. Let's get. So, for those of y'all that don't know, NBA YoungBoy, otherwise known as Never Broke Again YoungBoy, otherwise known as Mr. Kentrell, otherwise known as the baby father of Yaya, which is Floyd Mayweather's daughter. I think Floyd Mayweather is about to be a billionaire too. Otherwise known as hip-hop's music youngest, greatest talent of all time. Otherwise known as Louisiana's finest. Otherwise known as Rich Kid. I mean, you know, whatever way we want to put it, whatever way we want to paint it, NBA YoungBoy is successful. He's connected with the right people. He has the money. He has the resources. He got a mansion out in Utah. He done been on house arrest for about 3 years. And the question is, with these new charges, is he going to beat the feds? Make sure y'all like, comment, share, subscribe, because we about to get really right into it. So, for those of y'all that don't know, NBA YoungBoy was just arrested recently. They say he's facing a lot of charges out in Utah. Those charges stem from alleged crimes that has to do with weapons possession, drugs possession, identity theft, identity fraud, so forth and so on. And pretty much he's in federal custody. So now let's stop right there real quick. Okay, so NBA YoungBoy has been on house arrest for going on the past 3 years, facing a federal firearms case for events that transpired back when he was in Louisiana. So what happened in Louisiana, he was pretty much doing a video in a neighborhood, and they had all of these guns and, you know, drugs and stuff, and pretty much in the video, authorities was alerted, police came to the scene, they found 15, 20 firearms, they found a lot of money, they found NBA YoungBoy in possession of 2 firearms, and they pretty much locked up his whole crew, whoever was with him that day. He bailed everybody out. Then he was fighting the charges, and they put him on house arrest so that he could continue fighting the charges, and he's supposed to start trial for that in July of this year. So interestingly, now he's facing another federal case. Now with this federal case, they say after they raided his home, they found drugs, they found guns, and they was able to tie him to some other crimes. Now, all of this is alleged, but based on my research thus far, they saying that NBA YoungBoy allegedly was running an illegal prescription ring. Allegedly, right? What that means is NBA YoungBoy, be it him or be it, you know, his friends, his associates, whoever he's cool with, what they were doing is they was filling out scripts for narcotics from the pharmacy. They was putting doctors' names, doctors' information, and doctors' approval, sending it to the pharmacies. Once it was approved, somebody was going to pick it up. Now, the individual that was going to pick it up, they was able to tie those individuals some way, somehow, to NBA YoungBoy, allegedly. All of this is preliminary information, but I'm going to tell you this one thing. The Feds is involved in this situation, right? So the difference between federal police and the state police is that federal police do a thorough investigation. When they come to arrest somebody, that means they have you dead to right. So although all of this is alleged, behind the scenes, they were able to put certain pieces of the puzzle together to then arrest NBA YoungBoy and to charge him with these crimes. Because they're not going to charge him with something and then say, oh, pretty much we got it wrong and we sorry, you're not going to get charged with those things. Again, pause for the cause. Now, NBA YoungBoy is charged with federal crimes while on federal house arrest. Is definitely not looking good for the home team. Definitely not looking good for the home team. And with this case and the fact that he's already on federal probation, he's already on federal house arrest, facing the federal charges. While he was facing those federal charges, he had a run-in in LA where he was allegedly caught with a firearm and ran from the police. So that goes to show a pattern. It goes to show a pattern. Now, I'm going to tell you something about this case and about NBA YoungBoy. And first and foremost, shout out to NBA YoungBoy. Shout out to his family. Shout out to his loved ones. Shout out to his supporters, right? Because NBA YoungBoy has a lot of supporters. I don't think NBA YoungBoy understands the magnitude of his actions and his behaviors. Is that if you're on federal house arrest, the feds have a microscope on you. So your phone calls, who coming in and out of your house, who you communicating with, certain things that you're saying, certain things that you're doing, they got you under a microscope. They're already aware of everything it is that you're doing without you even speaking about it. Now, interestingly, the individuals that got arrested in connection with this case, I'm going to tell y'all from now how it's going to play out. They don't really want those individuals that was arrested, even if they was the ringleaders. They don't want them. They want NBA YoungBoy because NBA YoungBoy has the power, has the influence, has the money, has been given chance and chance and chance and opportunity after opportunity after opportunity after opportunity after opportunity, and then threw it down the drain. So 9 times out of 10, what they're going to do is they're going to offer those individuals that got arrested and that are charged with NBA YoungBoy, they're going to give them the most sweetest deal in America to implicate NBA YoungBoy so that they could charge him as the mastermind and so that they could throw the book at him. Now, in the event that they don't get him on those charges, they have him for conspiracy. So if there was any communication between him and those people about going to get those scripts, going to fill those scripts, where is those scripts, or if they was filling the scripts and they was giving him, pills, then pretty much he's involved because he profited off of that crime. That ties him to a conspiracy. Now, because when they raided his house, they also found drugs. If they found any of these pills that was alleged to have been received from any of those pharmacies, that directly ties him to the crime. The firearms, now he has firearm charges on top of the firearm charges that he had before. On top of the fact that he was arrested in LA for a firearm while he was out on federal bail. So federal system have what's called enhancement guidelines that they can bring up the fact that you were arrested for other crimes in the past to give you a big sentence. So the question now remains is NBA YoungBoy gonna beat the feds? Interesting question. See, he probably could have beat him on the first case, even though they had him dead to right. They had him dead to right with those firearms. He was out on probation because he was a celebrity, and because he was a well-known artist. They was like trying to give him some airplay, some leeway. He potentially could have got probation for it. But it's like you're on federal parole, federal detention, federal house arrest, whatever you call it. And you still indulging in things that could potentially get you arrested. It's like a smack in the face to them. They searched his home and found guns, drugs, and they tied him to this conspiracy to get prescription medication. They tied him to this either because they know he's directly involved or somebody gave up some information. So will he beat the feds? This is what I want to know from y'all. Do y'all think NBA YoungBoy is going to beat the feds? Do y'all think he's going to get around this case? Do you think that boy's strong and his money long and he's going to some way, somehow get around these charges? Or do y'all think it's over for him? Put that in the comment section, as well as, anything else that y'all have to say in regards to this situation. And before I go, I just want to say one last thing. NBA YoungBoy is a very influential individual. A lot of young people look up to him. A lot of kids from the streets look up to him. A lot of, aspiring music artists look up to him because of his accomplishments. But what I will say is that with all of the people looking up to NBA YoungBoy, is not enough people in his ear or in his corner trying to steer him in the right direction, because he's too young to understand the magnitude of the power and the influence he has, and that if he's talking about killing and riding on people, he's going to influence people to do that. If he's talking about getting money and staying in the studio and being a family man and raising kids, he's going to influence people to do that. If he's always doing drugs and pretty much talking about crashing out, they're going to follow that. So my message is to the youth, to everybody who follow NBA YoungBoy, to everybody who look up to NBA YoungBoy, look at this scenario. Look at the opportunities that he's been given. Look at all of the money that he has. Look at all of the fame that he has. Look at some of the people that he's connected to. And then look at the fact that he's not utilizing these resources and these accomplishments to the best of his ability. And that's one of the things about being young, is that you don't know what you have until it's taken from you. So allow this to be a cautionary tale, in that you can follow whoever you want, however long you want, but just realize the example that you're following, it could be the difference between you having it all or you having none of it. I don't think that he's happy with these circumstances. I don't think that he's happy with the fact that he's in jail. And I definitely don't think that he feels anything gangster about sitting in prison and you a multi-millionaire and you were just living it up in a mansion a couple of days before. Hopefully things work out for NBA YoungBoy. Hopefully he's able to get around this. Hopefully, this becomes a wake-up call for NBA YoungBoy, and that he starts to realize there's some things that he has to change about himself before he lose it all. Because with all of the money that he got, allegedly he still does all of these drugs. So it just goes to show he's not happy. That means that all the money in the world, sometimes it can't heal some of the stuff that's broken inside you, as well as in your head. NBA YoungBoy need help. And hopefully this is a wake-up call for him. Again, hopefully he get around this. Man, You know, shout out to everybody that support NBA YoungBoy. Continue to keep him in, you know, your prayers. Hopefully he move through this. Hopefully he get around this and he get another opportunity at life, because he's young, he's very talented, but he just needs some more people in his corner that's going to steer him in the right direction, just like a lot of other young individuals out there. Y'all need guidance and direction, so be careful about the examples that you're following. But it's your boy Tyrone Hunter, checking in with another edition of What's Really Good. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Share this video so the information could get out there, so it could get in front of more people. Like the video, light up that like button, and we're going to continue to bring you this hot content, because at the end of the day, we're just trying to find out what's really good. And this right here, it's not what's really good.